If you're slicing a lot of your kicks, then this video is for you. When we're slicing or getting a lot of backspin, it's because we're hitting too low on the ball or we're hitting too much of this inside panel. As a right foot kicker, when I come in on my approach, if all I'm thinking about is this inside panel, so where you can see Gilbert, then generally I'm going to hit lower on the ball, but also undercut and push the ball out there to the right. Today I'm going to give you a tip to help fix this. So a lot of kickers, when they're standing at the back of the mark, have a target on this inside panel, so where the Gilbert is, they might aim for the R, about a third of the way up the ball. In this, I just want you to think about shifting your target to something on the outer panel, just outside the midline, so that seam. So we're just going to shift our eyes and get our foot hitting more than the middle of the ball rather than being over on this Gilbert panel on the inside. I'm sure that shifting that target will just get your body across, get your weight, get your foot in a much stronger position up the back of the ball, meaning that you get a much nicer strike and not get all that spin because you're not on this inside panel. So shift your target, that's the center line. Let's find something on this side of the ball rather than the inside panel. So I'm just checking my seams here. I'm happy with how they're lined up with the post. I'm just going to show you guys now what it looks like from the back of your mark and what I'm talking about with the inside panel. So as I take my steps back from the ball, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where I find my marks, I'm around about this 45-degree angle. As I'm looking over there at the post, all you can see is that big Gilbert panel. So if I just focus on that, I'm going to hit too much of the inside of the ball and get heaps of that backspin in that slice. So I really want you to focus on finding a target just to the right in the outside panel of the middle seam. That's really going to take your foot across and get a big thud, big strike on the ball. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to try slice this one. So I'm going to try be a little bit early, a little bit on this inside panel, just to show you what an undercut kick looks like. I'm going to take a really small step here, reach for the ball and get heaps of backspin. Hard for me to do because I hate the feeling, but I felt like I definitely was on the inside panel of the ball. So therefore, what happened, obviously pushed the ball right, a little bit more backspin than usual. Because I'm hitting this side of the ball gets pushed out there to the right, and that's exactly what happened. So now I'll find my target just on the outside seam of that ball, about a third of the way up. Stay slow, trust my timing. Much better strike, got my nice ball flight that I love. Ball goes straight because I'm up the back of the ball. Another big reason why people slice is because they don't win momentum. I'm going to put a link up in the corner now. It'll take you straight to a video where I talk about winning momentum in all styles of kicking. But what it looks like is, instead of getting my momentum going through to target, chasing the kick and really trying to touch the crossbar with my toes, all I do is I fall off here. And as you can see, all my momentum is pulling left, pulls my kicking foot away, which means I hit this inside panel as well. That could be another reason why. I think the first reason that I gave you about aiming for something slightly a little bit wider on the outside panel is going to help this. But if you've still got a C shape and really pulling over here to the left, you're always going to be a little bit inconsistent with your strike. So let's really try to think about, yes, hitting that target just outside the middle seam and the outside panel, but also get our momentum in our kicking leg going through to target. It's really going to help as well. Fell off that a little bit. I felt like I wasn't kicking well and sort of falling off like I just spoke about. It's because I wasn't being deliberate. I'm such a fan of really being deliberate, kicking the ball where you want to put it, make sure that you're in control of your body's energy rather than just sort of flowing through and trying to hit the ball and completely trusting your timing. Like, yes, we need to stay slow, trust your timing, but with my body, I've got to kick this thing. I've got to put my body in the position that I want to and be really deliberate where I want to start this ball out. So let's go right channel. Doesn't mean that you're rushing, you're out of control, but you're so deliberate with how you kick the ball. Stay slow, trust my timing. Great strike. Deliberate, be deliberate. Make sure you're deliberate with your kicking. I hope that those couple of tips really help with your slice. If you are struggling, remember, goal kicking takes a lot of reps. I've been kicking for many years now and only really just starting to understand my feel, so what my fixes are. Make sure you're giving this time heaps of reps and really trying to narrow down how you kick the ball, why you kick the ball, how you set your ball up on your kicking tee, all those 10 pillars of goal kicking. When we get into games or we have sessions where we're starting to miss a lot of kicks, if we're so organised, we've gone through the 10 pillars of goal kicking, we can identify straight away, this is the fix, this is how I'm going to make this session better in games, this is how I'm going to make the next kick. It gives you so much confidence once you're organised nice. Thanks for watching this kicking video. I really hoped it helped. Make sure you subscribe to the Rugby Bricks YouTube channel. We've got passing, kicking, podcasts, everything Rugby Bricks is right here, so make sure you subscribe. Also check out this Rugby Bricks 10 Pillars of Goal Kicking, where I lay it all out there, all the information's there, all my cues that I coach into every kicker that I work with are all in this video.